Hi, everyone. Happy new moon. Happy new moon in Aries. Let me go over here. In case you guys can hear a playback. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hi, I'm looking at the chat now. Let me pop out the chat. Let's see. So yeah, Aries new moon. Okay, you guys can hear me. You guys are talking. Aries new moon. And there's a few things, I took some notes today, certain things that I want to talk about, which makes this new moon different than a lot of Aries new moons that we've had over the past few years. And really that's because Chiron's in Aries now and Uranus is in Taurus. So for the past few years, Uranus has been going through Aries. So for the past at least like 7 years, pretty much everyone collectively has been going through a lot of personal changes, like a lot of personal changes. You've seen so much more growth and changes within people and how they're perceiving their physical self through identity. There's been so many more identities that people can have. If you think about just the past 7 years, how many more labels have been created, if that makes sense too. So over the past few years, this is what we've all been doing. And now we have this new moon in Aries. Make sure I can see me. Now we have this new moon in Aries and Uranus isn't there anymore. Uranus is direct in Taurus, starting a whole new 7-year cycle. And Chiron just finished its cycle all through the zodiac and is right at the beginning with Aries. So collectively, we are all at a very raw time, like a very, very raw. This is the beginning of something much bigger. Like this is going to be bigger than all of us in our personal lives. Just collectively, we're at such a raw, like highly sensitive new beginning. But this is why a lot of you also could feel strong right now. You could feel really strong in the vulnerability of that something is very fresh, something is very potent, and it's just beginning. A lot of you can feel like you're brand new. I know a lot of people, I was seeing today just looking through my feeds and stuff, and a lot of people were talking about like thinking about who they are and just meditating on the idea of who we are. But with this Aries new moon, I feel like there's more of this energy of why we need to drop a lot of certain narratives and labels that we've carried on ourselves. And we need to let go of a lot of personas. I feel like this is a new moon that's almost like, I'm seeing it as like bleach. I'm seeing it as like bleach, except Aries is fire, but I don't know why I'm seeing it as like this bleaching process of getting rid of certain stains, getting like clearing through certain ways you've seen yourself or perceived yourself that's just not true anymore. Because a lot of you will find that over the next 2 weeks, you're moving in a different way. You're existing in a different way. You're identifying with different things in different ways. And everything is different and nothing is really the same. Nothing is really the same. And if you just think back from 6 months ago when it was Libra season and we had the full moon in Aries, you know, towards the end of 2018. And I don't even think Jupiter was in Sagittarius then 6 months ago when we had the full moon in Aries, where we are now. Another thing I wanted to mention about this time is that we have 3 major planets in their home sign. Saturn is in Capricorn, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and Neptune is in Pisces. And just on a collective level, you know, I don't think people realize that if they feel highly sensitive right now, or if they feel highly tested and pressured, or if you feel like you're in a very personal, vulnerable state, it's probably not even just your own energy that you're picking up on and carrying, because just collectively, this is such a vulnerable, potent time for it seems like just this bleaching and this like, it's like a clean slate, but at the same time, it is only because all of the past slates are just filthy and been worked through. I'm seeing like 10 of Swords in my head. Like there's been so much closure. There's been so much realization of people and who they are and who they're not. So I think that just on a collective level, this new moon in Aries is about our personal lives, but I think that it's also about, I guess, our personal point of view in the collective is something that's important right now in a way. Understanding your role right now. Like a lot of people are, what's illuminating at this time is this new role, this new emergence, this new you that's like coming out to play, coming out into the world now, coming out in a vulnerable way, maybe in a shaky way, but nonetheless emerging outwards. And this new part of you, this new you. Everybody in some ways, there's a new part of them that is now coming to life. And it doesn't have to necessarily be new. This could be something, a part of you that you've always been, you've just never exhibited, you know, or you just never allowed yourself to really let go. But the thing is that I wanted to mention about how Chiron is now in Aries and not in Pisces anymore is why this new moon, it's going to feel like a challenge. So even though a lot of people right now are very sure of their decisions and their identity and who they are, where they're going, like a lot of people right now do have strong self-awareness because we're in Aries season. But for those of you who feel like at this new moon, you're, you know, in a stage of transition, or you're in a state of becoming, it's not easy because Chiron is a part of all this energy. Where everybody is kind of like, you know, wiping dirt off their shoulders with a lot of stuff right now. On a personal level, like on a personal collective level, a lot of people right now are facing themselves and seeing themselves in ways that they probably would rather avoid or not really want to accept, because Chiron is in Aries, and a lot of people are now getting ego checked and having ego deaths and facing themselves in ways where they're seeing, you know, their shadow, or they're seeing their reflection in ways where they're not their strongest, they're not their best. But we're not really in the time of surrender anymore. Now it's a time to like fight. Now I really feel on a collective level, this Aries season, and you know, we have the equinox where we have the full moon in Libra at 0 degrees. But I feel like where we are now, 2 weeks post that, now that the sun and the moon have met, right? Venus is exalted in Pisces. Now we're really stepping into this whole cycle. It's a huge cycle that's starting now, and it's beyond our own personal part in it. And you know, Aries season to me, as we move through the rest of April, if any of you feel right now that you don't really have the spark that you want, because, you know, a lot of people also at this time are really trying to find a match, you know, trying to find a light, trying to find how to turn something on, how to activate something within themselves, how to make something happen. There's a lot of, you know, Aries is the party starter. Aries is the starter, the fire starter. So everybody in a way is looking for their match and looking for, and take that however you want to use that word, but looking for their match. And then we have the Libra full moon coming up. So that literally, you know, it's like the fire in the match is Aries and Libra in a way. So there's a lot of this energy going on, this interconnectedness, this seeing other people's vulnerabilities. A lot of you could feel that's also something that I've been picking up on, that it's now becoming easier for people to read other people's vulnerabilities or read other people's weaknesses, because Chiron is in Aries. Like there's almost this physical response, or this physical knowing of who is on who's vibrating at this level, who's vibrating at this level, who is this person on an energetic level. There's more of this psychic awareness coming up now within how individuals are meeting each other. I feel like that's something that's also starting now and is going to really come to this like culmination point when we have the Libra full moon at 29 degrees. And I see that as like this disperse of souls. And this literally, it's like souls are going to find each other. Souls are going to match. Like the flame and the match are going to come together and light and bring light. Like I'm seeing it as like, the certain souls, certain sacred souls now coming together, but through this burning process. And, you know, next week, Mercury is going to be at 24 degrees Pisces, where it conjuncted the sun in its retrograde period, but it's going to square Jupiter at 24 degrees Sagittarius, which is going to go retrograde. So now Jupiter retrograde is going to square Mercury direct next week. And this right here, I feel, is that over the next 2 weeks, we're all going to really start to be burning through certain illusions, like literally burning through. Jupiter going retrograde, you have to think of Jupiter is like big and gas and will smoke up and fog up the whole room, and just, it's kind of like, that's why it's kind of like all that glitters isn't gold. It's sort of that illusion quality, which is why Jupiter also rules Pisces. It's that lucid type of energy, you know. And when Jupiter is going to square Mercury in Pisces, where Mercury is already debilitated and has no idea what to really think about anything, there's this, I feel it's almost like this gas feeling, this, and that bleach, again, that feeling of bleach, or this burning through certain illusions. This burning through certain misunderstandings. It's almost like some of you could feel like you don't know whether you're making decisions or if you are daydreaming. It's like that becomes one with Mercury and Pisces. It's like you don't really know if you're doing or deciding or if you're just dreaming. And that energy, and I feel next week when Jupiter squares that, and Jupiter is going, like, what I was going to say was, when Jupiter goes retrograde, it's almost like you could imagine somebody who has I did not mean to say that word, who has eaten a whole bunch of food. Like, think of someone who has eaten like 4 plates already at a buffet, and then they kind of sit back and they like push the plate up and they're like, oh, I'm so full. That's Jupiter retrograde. And where it's home in Sagittarius is like, some of you have really gone through lengths ever since last year when Jupiter went in Sagittarius. Over these past few months, what could you say? It's at least almost 6 months. Already for about half a year, some of you have really grown spiritually. Like, you have been tested on a spiritual level. You have opened up in certain ways. And now it's this feeling of like needing to push certain things off the table now, needing to give back. Because a lot of people also have been receiving and receiving and receiving. And one thing that comes with Jupiter is also gluttony, and also comes with when you have so much of something that you take it for granted, or you abuse it, or you have so much of it that you lose control of it. Jupiter is positive, but Jupiter will slap you in the face with a lesson too. And then the thing is that Jupiter will give you a lesson, and you'll literally just be like, damn, like, whoa, which is Pisces and Sagittarius energy. Whereas like if Saturn gives you a life lesson, you're going to be in pain. You know what I mean? You're going to feel like you have failed. You're going to feel like you messed up. You're going to feel the weight. But when Jupiter brings certain type of lessons, it's literally just like, what? Right in your face. And you're just like, whoa, I'm awakened now. Now I realize, now I have this, this awareness. Jupiter is just going to make something bigger. So when it goes retrograde, this is like now certain things we need to condense again. Certain things we need to put into perspective again. Certain things we need to like bring down and minimize. Certain things need to be minimized. Certain things need to be, maneuvered through. There's almost this spiritual reorganization is how I'm kind of feeling it, where it's about priority, and it's about integrity, and it's about priorities have changed since Jupiter went into Sagittarius a few months ago. You could think since the end of 2018, priorities have changed. I mean, those of you, certain ways that you have accumulated wisdom has changed just in this past 6 months. You know, think of Jupiter and Scorpio all in 2018 and 2017, where, I mean, it was like, were we going to make it out alive or not? And now it's like the past 6 months, we know we're going to make it out alive, but we're literally walking on a fucking line of death every single day. Like, we're walking on a thin line between, you know, reality and not reality. We're walking on this thin line between, are we absolutely fucking insane, or are we sacred and saved? You know what I mean? It's like now there's these people are more reluctant to like push their boundaries and believe more and have this bigger faith and this bigger orb of, it can happen. It's a possibility. You know, I'm natal Jupiter Sagittarius. Like, everybody that I was born, every 95 person I know in my life, we're all the same. Every single person I know born in 95, the Jupiter Sagittarius energy is like, there's really no limits. Like, it can get big. Let's see how far it can go. Let's see how far something can be. Let's see just how much God loves us. Like, let's test the stars. Let's test fate. Let's, like, all of us have that type of energy inside where it's like there's no bounds. But the thing is that there are bounds. You know what I mean? It's like there are bounds. So that feeling, it's like a lot of you could also feel the past 6 months, you've been riding some type of feeling. Like you've been like on some type of up and down and this type of like adventure. Some of you may feel like the past 6 months have been an adventure of your soul, of your spirit, like you're growing spiritually. You're gaining more wisdom. But I feel like this new moon is happening now before Jupiter goes retrograde, because there's a need to really see ourselves for real, really see ourselves in a real authentic way, in a real true light. What is the part of you what is the light inside of you that never goes out? That's your Aries house. Like, wherever Aries is in your houses, that's where you will always get back up again. That's where you will always be able to find a fire in you. That's where you will always be able to like make something happen and assert yourself and like push your limit and like that. Wherever Aries is for you in the houses, that is what this is coming up for now. Is like there's a part of you that needs to be a little bit more brave, that needs to see yourself more. You need to see yourself, because I think a lot of people have been getting so beaten up. You know, so many people have been, you're getting beat up, you know, especially those of you that have cardinal energy with Saturn and Pluto and the North nodes and stuff. Cardinal signs right now are, I mean, getting beat up. And the thing is that it's all in the nature of growth. It's all in the nature of, I think we are in a time right now, especially in Aries season. You know, this is a new moon that is so, this is Mars energy, you know, down to Mars type of energy, where it's like, you may have to take a few punches. Like, for you to, I'm hearing the quote, I'm hearing this one quote where it's like, you know, once you cross certain boundaries, stay on the other side. Like, don't cross, once you cross the line, don't cross it back, right? Like, once you have crossed over something, stay on the other side of it. And this new moon Aries to me is this feeling of like, a lot of you now, you're crossing a certain line. You're stepping into a certain form. And the thing is, this is not even your final form. Like, it's really not even final form. But you are stepping into this new form. You are coming into this, that you're like emerging into this more newly higher developed identity. Or you want that, you have this desire, you have this urge. Some of you, you just want this. You're just not sure how to go about it right now. But either way, there's this this new self-actualization, this new self-awareness that is coming to life. And the thing is that some of you, like, I feel like for so many of you, and probably a lot of you that watch me, it may not even be that. Like, I feel like for some people right now, because this whole energy with like Chiron and Venus is in Pisces, so people are still like experiencing spirituality right now and experiencing dreams differently and experiencing this lucid type of energy. So some of you, you're doubting yourself. And the thing is that you shouldn't even be doubting yourself. The illusion is not not that. The illusion is that you even thinking that you have any right reason to doubt yourself. Like a lot of people right now think they're confused, or they're questioning whether they can, or if this is who they are, or this is who they can be. And that's the illusion. Like that's the attack, that you for even 1 minute like are questioning whether you can or not, or you for 1 minute are questioning your personal power or whether you can. Like this is a time also of like brilliant faith, of like sheer brilliant faith, and knowing that you being you is powerful, and it is your power. Like you standing and coming as you are is what makes you capable for anything that you come up against. Like if you are coming at everything with how as you really truly are, you will never meet something that is a bigger match than you. Like if you always show up as you are, you will never be defeated. You will never be defeated. And even if potentially there's some type of loss or there's some type of defeat, you still being who you are, you will take from that what you need to gain. And you still will never, ever truly, you know what I mean? When people are really, truly walking in authenticity and they're really, truly coming as they are, there are no enemies. There's no facet outside of yourself that could defeat you. All of that is an illusion. The idea of competition, or the idea that there's going to be something that can stomp you down or take you out, or something that's just not going to work out for you. Like all of that fear-mongering energy is all the illusion. And that's the attack. That's how, you know, dark energy preys on us. When we start to feel negative, it's like literally dark energy in a room, dark energy all in the collective will just start to feed. It's like if we really truly knew, and Aries know this. Aries know this. Why do you think that Aries, like if Aries feel like somebody is getting a little bit too emotional or a little too dense, and Aries will fucking bring fire to you to light up the situation, because Aries can feel how real certain attacks are, and Aries can sense physically. Like they understand energetic war. They understand how like certain people come into a room and now the whole energy in the room shifted. Aries are social creatures like Libra. So, you know, this is also this type of time where a lot of people need to realize that if you are in a low, if you do feel low energy, you know, if you do feel like you're in a place where you know, are pushing yourself, or you're having these doubts of yourself, because it's supposed to be this new moon in Aries, right? This is supposed to be a time where we're illuminated and we see into our real personal power, and we see into this person we're becoming and who we can be. And we believe in that, and we fight for that, and we have passion for that. And we, you know, we start to align with that higher power and with that higher self. But I know that this is still also a time where some of you may not even know what's to come next. Some of you may feel like you have no idea what's going to happen next, and you have no idea how you have even gotten through everything you've gone through for the past year or past few months. And some of you may feel like you just wobbled into where you are right now. Some of you may feel like, you know, you have been a warrior. You have gone through certain battles, and that some of you may still feel like you're on guard, like you still are in a state of, I'm ready for a war, I'm ready for battle. And for those of you that feel that way, this could also be a time where you are needing to like surrender into the security of your power, and you're needing to really like shake off the dust and dust off. You know, this is like setting fire to the rain, or setting rain to the fire even. Because some of you may feel burned out. I feel like also at this new moon, some of you may just feel really burned out, and some of you may feel like, damn, like I'm, you know, I've had a lot, and where I am now is in a space where I need to be stronger, or I need to, you know, have more energy, more vitality. And for those of you, that's because you have been going through certain energy wars. Like you have been really holding out for yourself. So yeah, this is going to be different for everybody, but I feel like on just a collective level, this is for everybody. It's about taking a lead. It's about taking some type of lead in your life now, doing something that you and your greatest power would do, you and your highest form of authority and leadership would do. This is about making personal decisions that reflect the way you lead your life. That's really how I'm feeling this is, and it's going to be different for everybody, but that's really the overall energy. I really keep feeling take a lead, take a lead, take a lead. Like that has been in my head for like 2 days. Take a lead, take a lead. There is 24 people, my favorite number. Let me see. I also wanted to talk about, once we go into Taurus season, the sun is going to conjunct Uranus. And I feel like this is when this new self is going to be materialized. And this is when this new self is going to be seen or tangible. It's going to have a place in your world. It's going to have a place in your physical reality. There's going to be some type of, tangible manifestation or physical representation of this new you. So I do feel like we're moving into a time where now, you guys, like now that Uranus is in Taurus, we are physically, really, truly, seriously manifesting things in our life. Pluto right now is with the South Node in Capricorn, and Saturn is conjuncting both of these. This is a physical time. This is about physical change. And it's like the only way we can change our world, our physical world, is we change who we are. You know what I mean? It's like this is this Aries new moon where it's like whatever you want to change in your physical world, whatever you really want to see different or you want it to be different, you have to be different now. You have to assert yourself now in a different new way. And it's like with you being in your power, you literally like lava will just burn everything around you. You will burn what doesn't need to be there anymore. I feel that it's like the more that people stand in their power over the next 2 weeks by Taurus season, when the sun is with Uranus, it's like you're literally going to be earthquaking and like burning through certain illusions and things that really truly are not on your energy and your vibe anymore. It's just not there anymore. And you have to assert yourself in new ways to get this life you really want. So again, it's a new moon of self-interest. Like this is a new moon about really thinking about what's best for you. What is best for you? You. Hi, Cindy. You're right on time. But yeah, I feel like this is a time of just, it's like we have this portal. We have like this 2-week portal before Taurus season to switch up. If you really want to switch up. If you really feel like it's time for you to assert yourself in a certain way, do it, because it'll stick right now. With the South Node and Pluto conjunct, it will stick right now. You will clear karma for generations to come with your bloodline and your name. This is a time right now where it's like certain decisions you make and choices that you choose personally is not only affecting your immediate physical life, but your ancestry, your literal like genetic lines. Like Pluto in the South Node in Capricorn is so physical right now. And I know that a lot of you feel this conjunction. You feel this seriousness. You can feel like there is just, those of you who are highly sensitive to energy, I'm sure that you can feel ever since this year started, like there's more presence everywhere. There's more of a dark presence everywhere, like everywhere. And it's because there's a lot of this physical manifestation happening. There's a lot of things now that are being rewritten and encoded and reprogrammed. I know for a fact that the elites right now have whole fucking matrix new systems that they're trying to put into place. I know let me not say for a fact, but in my own personal opinion, it's a fact. Like I know that the elites right now with all of this Capricorn energy, like they are really trying to structure in the way that is best for them. And they're trying to hold on to certain forms. And like there's so much shifting and reprogramming going on right now that the more that you really stand in your power, you are literally clearing a path for everyone to come after you. You are clearing a path for others. The more that you really do this for yourself. So this new moon in Aries, it's like it goes deep. I feel like this is a new moon that goes deep. But then again, it's like Aries, it's not that deep. Like it's not that deep. It's like, be you or don't be you, right? It's like, are you going to rise to it or not? Or are you going to fold? Like Aries is very much so what you see is what you get. So a lot of you right now, this is less to do with like anything deep. It's like some of you could be deeply thinking about something right now, but you already know what you need to do. Like a lot of you could be like in your head or still in this escapist energy. You know, Neptune, Venus, and Mercury is still in Pisces. So we're still a little bit in escape land. Some of you may be running from certain things or diverting your energy or like distracting yourself. But you and yourself, you already know in yourself, what you will eventually need to do, or you already can know and sense how you need to be or what you need to do. Like a lot of you may still be swimming in certain things, but it's just for the time being until the time runs out. Because by the time Mercury and Venus goes into Aries, it's going to be very hard to still like entertain illusions, because we're not moving into that time, you guys. Like everybody needs to know that over these next 2 weeks, this is the last little bit of Pisces land. This is the last little bit of fantasy. This is the last little bit of like, oh, this world, like this is the end of that. Because once we move and we're getting into Taurus season and Venus and Mercury are in Aries and fire, this is a different game. This is a different game. And it's a game where only those who really truly support themselves will win. The only ones that will win are the ones who are not scared enough to put themselves first and know the value of self-interest. Like, we're moving away from wasteful energy. Like I feel like Chiron also moving into Aries is like showing people where they're personally draining themselves, where they're draining their energy, where they're weakening themselves, where they're losing power. Like I literally feel that. I feel like we're moving out of that time where now things are going to start to be more hot wired. You know, now things are really, and you know, Mars is in Gemini right now, sextiling Chiron. So we have thoughts. Over this weekend, we're going to have thoughts and ideas of how to help ourselves. We're going to find ways. You're going to find what you need. You're going to find the answers you need. You're going to find the door. You're going to find the key. You're going to find the information that you need to thrive. It may be a little painful. You may feel a little weird. You may have to figure out some weird things, but nonetheless, you're going to have what you need to figure out where to go next. That's really throughout this weekend. And then moving into next week, Jupiter will go retrograde, I believe. Yeah. And Venus is really Venus is really close to, let me see, when exactly next week? I need to look. Happy new moon, Jay Zags. Let me see quick. Yeah, so Thursday, the day I'm doing my live stream, Jupiter goes retrograde. So the 11th next week on Thursday. Okay, so we still have about 2 weeks of Venus and Mercury in Pisces, and they're going to be conjunct together before they leave. And Mercury will go first on the 17th. So on the 17th, the sun will be 27 degrees Aries. Mercury will move there. So really we have about a week and 3 to 4 days still of this Pisces energy, this strong Pisces energy. And you know what I love about Aries and Pisces, like the energy together, people that have both of these energies in their chart, or just the combination with each other. It's very steamy. Like it's very, I'm getting like a very specific visual of like, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing as like, when people have fire, like what are they called? The sparklers. When people have sparklers and they write stuff in the sky, you know, that I'm seeing that right now. And I'm seeing this energy of like, imagine if there was like wetness in the air, and then you could like spray paint or something and like make those clouds a different color. Or like if you put like a lighter and then sprayed something through, it's almost like this reveal type of like. Aries and Pisces is highly creative, highly creative. When you go from the 12th to the first house, it's literally like you leave the astral realm and come back down to reality. So there's this feeling of like pop art, or this feeling of like it just appears and it's ethereal. It's from another world. It's almost like it just shows up that way. Like it's very supernatural, very, very, very supernatural. Pisces and energy is. So a lot of you right now could also feel like there's like these supernatural parts of you that are coming out, or these supernatural type of realizations, but it's hard to really ground it. And we'll be able to ground this new identity and ground things in once we're in Taurus season. You know what I mean? Once we're in Taurus, then we can start to ground, then we can hoard, then we can harness, you know what I mean? But really over these next 2-3 weeks, this is all about finding your fire, like finding your fire and burning through all of the illusions and burning through all of the negativity and all of the guilt and the shame and the escapism and mainly the illusions. Though, with Aries, there's not really much illusions. Like it's very much so like this is me, I am me. Like, so we're over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're needing to burn through what isn't us anymore, what isn't you anymore. How have you changed? Like how have you evolved and developed? How have you grown as a person, and how can you apply what you've learned now to rise even more? Like what can you take over the past 6 months, and how can you apply it now to make you a better you? The whole focus for the next 2 to 3 weeks is finding your flame, finding the best you, finding the you that needs to come alive now, activating that supernatural, powerful you, that pop art you. So then going into Taurus season, now you really, truly like, you stepped into this form. This is like we're all stepping into this new form. This is a new form. And it's not going to necessarily all manifest now. Like give it again another 6 months. Cindy said, how do I save this? How do I save this? Well, when it's done, it'll just naturally upload. And I believe you could like download it. I think you really could do that. But yeah, it'll come up as soon. As long as you have the link, you can always come to this video. But yeah, this is a time of challenging your own limits and really, really challenging the way that you believe that you are bound, because this is a time where like, we're not really bound to much. We're not bound to much. The only thing that we're bound to is whatever we're still letting haunt our subconscious, whatever we're still letting haunt our mind, whatever is just illusions and narratives from the past. This is all more subconscious energy. The 12th house of Aries is Pisces. So even just collectively right now, it's like Venus, Mercury, and Neptune are all transiting through the 12th house. So the only thing that is really still there is most likely something that's not even fully real. That's not even really like, we're needing to burn through a lot of that right now. We're needing to let go of a lot of illusions, and we're really needing to empower ourselves. Like a lot of you can feel this is a time where you just want to start over. Like you just want to start over, and you just want a new life. You want a new self. You want to feel free. You want to feel new. You want to feel like you're making new money. You know what I mean? You have a thirst for that. And this is, those of you that feel that way, this is because you're ready. You're ready to step into your new form. You're ready for your next form. It's not final form, but you're ready to step into your next form. So you're following this hunger. You're following this bliss because you're ready. Your soul is eager. You're literally so ready. So don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. Don't, if you have certain urges right now, if you want to challenge yourself, if you believe in a certain adventure right now, go with it. Completely go with it. Really give yourself to it and watch the way that it changes you. So yeah, I feel like I've been talking for a really long time. Ricky said, I am so ready. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way right now. A lot of people are ready for something new. And the thing is that what's gonna be new first is you. Before other things start to feel new, you're gonna have to get new. You will have to get brand new a little bit. It's like we're in such a dense physical time. Like with all of the Capricorn energy, we are in such a physically dense time. Like physical reality right now is moving so slow. Like time right now, it literally feels like everything is way slower. So the only way that we're really able to feel like we're changing our lives is through the self. It's literally through ourself and how we are changing. Like we are our best shot right now. We are our own comet, our own rocket. And it's like the only way to get to that blast off is like it's almost like we're losing satisfaction in the physical world, because I really feel like once Saturn and Pluto go into Aquarius, it's going to be about generating completely new ethereal, literally astral knowledge. And it's going to be about like, there's new boundaries now that come from fucking space. Like there's new type of knowledge and information and systems that are literally fucking supernatural for real. So it's like we are in such a dense time with the Capricorn. We are literally like hauling weights. Some of you could literally feel like you're fucking there's weights. And the thing is that it's probably not all yours. It's literally also the times. While Pluto in the South Node and Saturn are in Capricorn, in a way you could say you could blame the times. Like, because Capricorn always like not trying to, but they'll make things harder than it needs to be. And that's really like what Saturn is teaching everybody right now. Like, how are you making something harder for yourself? How are you, by your lack of willpower or your lack of structure and boundaries, making something harder for yourself? How are you messing shit up? How are you fucking up your own blessings through your lack of discipline or through your lack of real appreciation? Or through your lack of maturity and responsibility? Like, how are you making your life harder? Saturn is not playing any games. Saturn is not playing any games. Pluto with the South Node is like, kill it, dead it. Like, if that is holding you down, dead it. It's dead. Banish it, kill it off. Like, it's literally about killing through certain things. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's heavy. This energy is very heavy. So it's like, thank God we have this Aries new moon. And it's like, this is not a time to beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Like, this is so not a time to be hard on yourself about where you're not at or who you're not yet. This is so not that time. This is 100% a time to validate yourself and to feel proud of where you are and to empower yourself even more. You know what I mean? Like, this is a new moon to fucking scream to the rooftops that you're the best, that you are the best, that everything is going to get better for you, that you claim it, you declare it. Like, this is a new moon to really, truly shine, like completely shine on your own. Because it's like, you have to give yourself the energy now. You have to be that eternal flame. You have to be able to flick the light back on. If however it ever got took out, you have to know how to turn it back on. So this is a time where, like, many of you, just in a summarized type of level I can explain this, is that you're trying to turn the light back on. You're trying to spark the flame again. You're trying to find that eternal flame within you again. You're needing this new energy. You're needing this passion. You're needing this drive. Yeah. And that's really what I feel is going on just the most basic level, is that everybody needs to kind of like find and be open to this new part of themselves coming out, and this new part of their life, you know, this new chapter of your story. It's really all your story. So, and then over the next 2 weeks until the Libra full moon, it's like, this is why we're now getting rid of certain characters. We're creating new characters. We're getting rid of certain people in the story. That's going to be the Libra full moon at 29 degrees, where it's like, this is last call. This is the last call, call. This is curtains down. Like, we have chosen who is the cast. We have chosen who is going to be in this story, who is going to be in this next storyline. Like, this is like the end of the tryouts, the end of rehearsals. This is like, by the Libra full moon, it's all going to be in place now. So like, we're moving into a different world. with the Taurus new moon, literally like a different world, a different reality, different values, different systems, like different abundance that we will abide by. So yeah, damn, I feel like I've been talking a really long time. I'm going to pull cards. I'm going to pull an oracle card for all 12 of the signs. Let me see. I'm reading the chat. Yeah, the new year definitely just started, and it's super real. It is super real. Some of you may be thinking that, like, damn, by summer, everything's going to be different. Some of you may feel like nothing is really like, some things are the same because some things will always be the same, but some things will never be the same. Like, some of you may feel like you don't even know how the rest of this year is going to go because already so much is changing by the day, by the minute. So yeah, it's so much change is happening. Hera said, will you do monthly readings for April? I'm going to do monthly readings. I'm just not sure exactly how I'm going to do them yet. But I think I'm going to do videos for all of the signs and do all of them live. Like, I'm going to just, whatever sign I feel like doing, I'm just going to go live for that sign and do it live. So I'm not like uploading a bunch of videos. I'm doing live and it's naturally saving. And I'm probably going to do that starting next week. And it'll be like insights and messages for the signs. I'll post some cards and stuff, but it's going to be like a different format. Okay, let me put on some lipstick, and I'm going to start with should I start with, let me pull one for just everyone. It is time to take root. Thanks, Peg. All right, I think it's this one. Oh, wow. This is actually really good. I have well-deserved reward. Well-deserved reward. I'm pretty sure this is like 9 of Wands, but well-deserved reward. And how that to me is very positive. This makes me feel like this new moon for everybody is like, it's okay to say that you deserve more. Like, it's okay to feel like you deserve a reward. You know, I feel like sometimes people don't want to do that. People feel like if they feel that they deserve something, that something's going to be taken. Like, that's a very deeply rooted subconscious pattern where like people will sell themselves short because they're scared of being cut short. And I feel like some of you right now, this new moon in Aries could be trying to show you where it's like, no, you really do deserve a reward. You do deserve something to work out for you. Like, you do deserve, you have been working hard or you have been putting energy in, you know, it's well-deserved. It's literally well-deserved. So to me, I'm hearing like expect greatness. You know what I mean? Like, expect greatness. Like, don't hold yourself back with self-limiting beliefs. Like, don't hold yourself back by thinking, well, did I do everything I could? Because that doesn't matter now. That does not matter now. Like, telling yourself you could have done, you should have done, you would have done, like, that is not doing a damn thing. So this to me is more about finding it in ourselves to be confident and to acknowledge what we have done and how we are deserving. We are deserving. You know what I mean? I feel like the root chakra and Aries, Mars energy is I deserve. Like, I am here. I serve purpose. Like, I am safe. I am protected. I am here. I am. So it's that feeling of it's definitely deserved. Like, don't sell yourself short by any means. Okay, I'm going to start with Aries. So for Aries, this is your new moon of 2019. This is the Aries new moon of 2019. How does it feel? How does it feel, Aries? Ooh, and we have new vitality, Ace of Wands. Look at that rainbow. I'm here and I'm queer. New vitality. New vitality. This is Ace of Wands. So Aries, this is good for you all. This is beautiful. I love how this is literally an instrument and it's literally like rainbow colors coming out. I think that is so beautiful. New vitality. Aries, this is like y'all already know, it's that time. For some of you, your birthday's coming up. It's your season. It's Aries time. It's go time. And I think that a lot of you are in a position now for the rest of this season to lift yourself up if you have been down. Like, challenge yourself, Aries, to only speak positively. Like, challenge yourself to only entertain positive energy for the rest of your season. Like, don't give power and energy to negativity. Try to challenge yourself for at least the next 2 weeks to your utmost ability to only give energy to what empowers you, to only give your energy and attention to what makes you feel good. Like, really consciously try to keep your spirits lifted, and you're going to see how so much energy starts to generate, and you're just going to like rocket into the sky like a fucking shooting rainbow. New vitality. So Taurus. Taurus. We have awaiting results, which is 7 of Pentacles. Awaiting results. Taurus, I feel Taurus has been waiting for results for a while. But I feel like that's because Taurus is not waiting on themselves. Like, Taurus is waiting on everybody else. So Taurus is not waiting for themselves to be ready. Taurus has results. So this makes me feel like for you, Taurus, this makes me feel like over the next 2 weeks, I feel like this is in a weird way, like, I feel this energy to tell you all that you need to stand very firm and grounded. Like, be so grounded, Taurus, that like anything in your way is going to have to take you down or move away from you. Like, be so sturdy, because I feel like this is more about knowing that you have results coming. Like, I feel like this is more about you all. Like, if you look at this card, the person is standing there and they're completely rooted to the earth. If you can see that, like, all of that is roots. Like, they're completely rooted to the earth. So they have this infinite source. They have this abundance flowing through them. So this to me is more about knowing how valuable you are, knowing that you have source, that you have resources, that you have results. So really the only thing you're waiting for is for people to finally see that and either get with that or get out of your way. This is about being the force that you are. And while you do that, you're going to be planted and you're going to be growing, and everything is going to kind of just disperse from around you that isn't making the soil better, that isn't helping you into being so rooted and being so grounded. So this is just about standing in your power, Taurus, literally standing in your power and waiting, sitting back, waiting for your magnificence and your blessing to come through, and knowing that it is coming through. So Gemini. I like you guys with the rainbows. Gemini, we have dreams coming true, which is like 9 of Cups, I believe. Dreams coming true, Gemini. That's so good. And I love how there's like a galaxy in their hand. This makes me feel like there's a whole world in your hand right now. There's a whole dream that you're holding right now. And I feel like it's coming true, Gemini. Thank you, David. Dreams coming true. That's beautiful. I feel that. I feel that for you all. I feel like there's something very special that is sacred to you, and in the hands of a dream. You could feel like you're in this position of something is so cosmically and divinely coming together, and there's a dream that's brewing right in your hands. And I feel like for you all, this is knowing that for the rest of Aries season, keep that intention in your heart and in your spirit, because that dream is really coming true. Like it really is. And you probably can feel it, Gemini, because what does Gemini rule? The hands. And I love how in this deck, it's these hands. It's like you can feel it. You feel the dream in your hands. You know that something is being created. So it's more about trusting in that and knowing that the dream really is coming true, because it's your hand are in it. It's your hand. It's your story. Like it's all coming together. So that's beautiful. Hi, Christy. Who's next? Cancer. Cancer. Ooh, this card flew out. Ooh, Cancer, this is really good. We have the same that I got for everybody. So well-deserved reward. Cancer's for sure getting a reward. Cancer is getting a reward. And I feel like this is over the next 2 weeks. Like you have to go through the Libra and the Aries energy squaring you off and Capricorn opposing you. Cancer is getting something they want for sure. Cancer is you're getting a reward. Know that over the be confident about that. Know that over the next 2 weeks, you are going to get something that you have been deserving. It's very well deserved. So own it. This is going to be for Cancers. Own your desires. What it is that you want, own that. Whatever it is that you feel that you deserve, affirm that, know that, say that, be in that vibration. And it's literally going to just come to you. Like, abundance awaits you, Cancer. All you have to do is just know that you deserve it and sit back and wait for it, and it's going to come your way. Something that you really do deserve. Hi, Chad. Sorry. You can watch it later, but I'm on Cancer, so I'm getting ready to go to Leo. And I talked for a really long time. Leo got the same as Aries, and we have new vitality. New vitality. So Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. Honestly, is the purple wands? I feel like it is. It could be water. Either way, though, new vitality. No, that's energy. So I feel like it's fire. New vitality. Leo, for you, just like Aries, this is a fire moon. This is a fire energy. And I feel like for Leos, this is I feel like this is like a new dream. Like you guys are taking on a new perspective. I feel like this is new vitality within your spirit and your minds. Like for Aries, I feel like this is just that charged energy of knowing it's there. It's your time right now. It's your moon. Like it's whoever you want to be. It's brand new. But for Leo, I feel like this has more to do with like already using the energy you do have and knowing that you already have that vitality and like changing it up and like, I'm seeing this as like a renovation. I'm seeing this as like you're renovating your vital levels. You're changing something about how you experience your vitality. And I feel like it's not that there's just this whole new wave of energy coming to you, whereas you're going to untap and unlock some type of vitality that has already been in you hidden. And now it's like, you know what to do with it. So this is like you're taking some type of source, some type of energy, and you're using it in a way to where now like you're gonna be on and popping again. Like you're gonna be on again, and it won't even be from something new or anything. You're gonna figure out what to take and use it in your favor and like shine again. So Leos, your light is getting brighter again now. Like something is brightening up now and getting more heated and like. It's all going to be within your own, like, I'm seeing it as like this, like transformation and like, I don't know. I see like, I'm feeling it as like for Leo, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like I'm sensing it as like, there's a lot of energy pockets. There's a lot of pocket worlds that you all are living in. You guys are like traveling into different spaces and like, you're going to find a source that has been untapped and you're going to finally tap into it. And that's going to be the source of energy you need now to really shine and come out of this, like this scattered, these different pocket worlds is how I'm seeing it for you all. That's very visual. I'm feeling like for you all, there's a lot of visions going on right now. There's a lot of ideas and visualization. So it's more about like you're taking certain pieces and you're like mixing it all. It's like a recipe. Leo has a recipe right now that they're working on. There's some type of recipe, and it's like, Leo, you know what you're doing. So just wait and let it come. So Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo, we have feeling alone. Feeling alone, Virgo. Virgo had to come around and change the energy. Feeling alone. Virgo, I feel like, you know, Aries makes an in conjunction to Virgo. So it's like we get out of Virgo season, and then, I mean, we get out of Pisces season, which is already like the opposition, and then we go into Aries, which is the in conjunction. So for Virgo, I don't feel like it's necessarily like you all feel like you're all alone and you don't have anybody. I'm sensing this as like the aloneness that you're feeling is because Virgo right now, I feel like understands that they are having to understand something alone. Like there is something that only you are going through, that only you really understand. Like only you know about this. Like there's something very personal to you in it, and it's not that you feel alone, but that it makes you alone. It could be something that's isolating. Like there, and if you look at this card, it's like she's getting ready to like walk to this like cottage over here, like near this moon and these mountains. All she has is this lantern. You know what I mean? It's like she's walking towards some distant destination. Exactly. It is like the Hermit. It's exactly like the Hermit. That's exactly what I was thinking in my head. It's like this, it is this Hermit energy of like, you're figuring something out alone, Virgo. You're figuring something out alone. And I think that you're also on this journey. And I like how like her dress is like kind of flowing. This makes me feel like the journey of doing this alone isn't lonely. This makes me feel like for some of you right now, you're like going through a certain process and you're letting certain things go and you're like figuring certain things out, but it's almost like it's moving in a flow. It's almost like you're at ease with this. You're at ease with this alone quest, or this alone feeling, like you're moving with it, Virgo. So just know that when you get there and you finally understand it all for yourself, it will be all for you. It will be all for your glory. It will be everything that you discover, and what you arrive at through this alone journey will be all for you. So this is why you're going at it alone. You're understanding it alone, because you're going to reap all of those benefits all for yourself at the end of it. Libra. Wow, Libra, the same as Gemini. Dreams coming true. Dreams coming true. That's great news for Libra. So Libra, for you all, I feel like I'm seeing it as there's almost like this elegant party. I'm seeing it as like there's like this elegant party, and I'm seeing a masquerade. I'm literally seeing like a masquerade ball right now. And Libra, it's like every person that you want on that list is going to be there. Like you make the list, every person that you want there is going to be there. And every person that you don't want there was not invited. And I'm seeing it as like Libra coming into this masquerade of like dreams and like all of it. Like I feel like for Libras over the next 6 months, it's going to be like a dream factory. Like there's going to be the right people showing up and the right experiences, and there's going to be like this masquerade of love and like finer things. Like I'm sensing this for you all. But I feel like now for the rest of Aries season, this is more about like, make sure, Libra, that you're connecting with people who you can share your dreams with. Like this makes me feel like these dreams that you're holding, or whatever it is that you are dreaming and fantasizing about, don't just share it with everyone. Like be choosy with who you share the dream with. Be choosy with like who knows about the masquerade ball, because you don't want scragglers. You don't want people knocking at the door. You know how people will do Libra. People will make Libra feel bad. And it's like this, I feel for you all for the rest of Aries season, it's about like really knowing that that dream you hold is sacred and not for everyone, Libra. And that because it is going to come true for you, like don't take that lightly. Like don't take that lightly, and make sure that you're holding it sacred to yourself. So yeah, Libra is getting ready to like go walk into this ball, and it's everybody there that they really love. And it's about to be this whole masquerade of fantasy. And all Libra really has to do right now, especially for the rest of Aries season, is just keep focusing on your dream. And it's like people are going to feel you as so far away, Libra, because you are like, you're so far away. You're off into this dream world. You're creating this whole dream world with this dream guest list, and people are going to know that they're not invited. So it's this feeling of like, just keep focusing on that dream and keep making it better and better and better, Libra. And you're going to see how like at the masquerade, it's going to be everything that you expected and more. It's going to be better than you even expected. And you know, either way with Libra, it's like either way, someone will be mad and someone won't be mad. But either way, it's like not about them. Scorpio. Scorpio, we have take the lead. And this is the card that has been coming up for me for days about this Aries new moon too. Take the lead, Scorpio. Scorpio, if you really want something right now, go out and grab it and go out and get it. And this is about for Scorpio. I'm feeling this is similar to Aries and Leo, for like the same as them for you all, but it's like for you, Scorpio, this is about if you want something, go say it, like address it, make it known. If you want something, go get it, or at least reach out and try to grab it. I feel like for Scorpios, you guys are moving into this time now for the rest of April and at least until the Libra full moon. I feel like there's just this passion that's brewing up inside. Like I feel like you guys are fucking burning inside. Like there's just all of this passion and this desire. You don't even know how to direct it, or like you don't even know what you want to feel. You just know that you have this passion and this hunger right now. So Scorpio, I hate to say it like this, but it's like go feast, go feed. You know, Scorpios are like vampires, and I don't mean it like as an energy vampire, but Scorpio does have that effect of like they need to feed. And I feel like this is a time for you all where you want to feed on something. So this is a time for the next 2 weeks, focus on your desires and then make it happen. Like take action, take the lead. If you want something, go out and get it. There's like, at least you can say that you tried. At least you can say that you tried, you know, that you went towards it and you tried. So that's desirable in itself. That's desirable enough for you to go out and do it. So Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is good for you all. We have healing begins. Healing begins. I'm pretty sure this is 6 of Swords. Healing begins. And I really like how there's all this green energy coming up to her heart and it's like radiating down. For Sagittarius, you all are entering this period now. And I feel like this is also a message for Jupiter retrograde for Sagittarius. Like healing begins now. Like I feel like Jupiter going retrograde for you all is now going to like cleanse your heart and your perspective and your spirit of a lot of indulgence, a lot of like built up naivety. I'm even feeling like anything that has been not as true or not as wise or anything that has been indulgent for you all. It's like, I feel like you guys are now entering this period of real healing where you're going to be releasing a lot of stuff that is indulgent now and a lot of stuff that just you don't need in your life anymore. So for you, Sag, I feel like for the rest of Aries season, take things as it goes, like take it as it comes. And it's okay to be vulnerable and open at this time. Like a lot of you may find also though that like over the next 2 weeks by that Libra full moon, some of you may like meet somebody and it's going to trigger some type of healing karma, or some of you are already with a person right now and like you're entering a phase in that relationship or where like you're really starting to heal through it. So there's something about like for Sagittarius, the message for the rest of April and the rest of Aries season is that be open to heartfelt change and be open to heartfelt healing, because you all are in this space now where your ruler is going to go retrograde and it's going to give you almost this like hindsight. You know, that hindsight is always 20/20. Hindsight is always clear. And I feel like you guys are entering this period now where you're going to look back and understand and like you're going to be going through a lot of this healing stuff now. But this is a beautiful thing. Like you guys are getting ready to meet certain people and feel certain things that you need to really release and come into your heart power and come into like your belief in love again, if you have lost it at any time. Because some of you have been like some Sagittariuses have been like kind of in a pessimistic state. And it's like, because of that pessimism, like certain soulmates and stuff are like staying away from you. And like certain things have not been reaching you because you have been guarded. And I feel like Sagittarius is now, when Jupiter goes retrograde, your guard is going to drop. Like you're not going to be able to really have it up anymore. Like certain guards have to drop down so you can be vulnerable and release and heal whatever has been like blocking you from real heartfelt connections and experiences. So Capricorn, you guys like this deck? I love this deck. I'm going to start using this deck. I love reading from this. I have been way more connected to Oracle decks lately than tarot. Like, and this is an Oracle tarot deck, but like, I don't know. I feel way better with the Oracle deck. So Capricorn. You're welcome, Chad. Capricorn. Let's see. I'm nervous. Oh, Capricorn, just like Sagittarius, but different. We have heal. Heal. So heal. Capricorn. See, for Capricorns, I feel like this has more to do with like certain programming and certain ways that you've been thinking has really been holding you down and really, really hurting you. Like I'm almost seeing it as like Capricorns have been having a certain perspective or perspective that has been like chains. Like it has been like chains in your mind. Like some of you have been bearing certain thought programs and thought forms that are just heavy. And I'm feeling, because like there's like chains around this man and then they're broken, like he's breaking certain chains. And it's heal. So this to me is like some of you are getting ready to say certain things or realize certain things in your mind where it's like you're breaking the chains. You're breaking certain chains now. Because you can't carry that weight anymore. It's almost like you can't heal something if you keep messing with it, right? And for Capricorn, I feel like this is symbolic for you all right now. Like I'm seeing it as like some of you as if you've had like a sprained wrist or something, and yet you're still trying to drive and write, and like your wrist is still sore and it's not healing. It's not healing because you keep doing it. Like you keep doing it, Capricorn. You keep doing it. And there's something that has become like a weight or a chain, and it's like the more you do it, it's like getting tighter and tighter, or like it's getting heavier and heavier. And I'm seeing it as like some of you are needing to just like, you're just through even just the awareness of it, you're breaking these chains now. You're coming into this higher perspective where you're not gonna keep weighing yourself down. So I feel like for Capricorn, this has more to do with healing the weights you have placed on yourself. so that you can have more open arms. I feel like a lot of you, you're healing certain ways you've thought and the ways that you've always thought about certain things, because now you want to feel like you can be embraced and you want to feel like you are lighter. Like Capricorns want to feel lighter. And the only way to feel lighter is to break through these chains and to stop beating the dead horse and to stop doing things over and over that you know is weighing you down. So this is about like having a real intention to heal and sticking to that. And word is bond. I feel the need to say word is bond. Aquarius. Hi, V. Aquarius, we have teach with the Hierophant. Teach. I like that for you all. Aquarius has teach. Aquarius, I feel like for the rest of Aries season, for you all, there's something that you need to talk about. There's something that you know that you need to share with others. There's something that there's a story, Aquarius. There's information. You have I'm feeling it as like you have something to tell. You have something to teach. You have something to give back right now. You have something to offer up. Some of you, I feel like you could be starting a podcast, or you could be starting something like a website, a blog, or you can start to do research or put out certain research or things that you have been working on. I feel like Aquarius is now, as we move into Taurus season, the fixed energy, a lot of you are going to start to put your product and put your stuff out in the world. So for you, Aquarius, I feel like this is more so saying trust in your knowledge, trust in your knowledge, because if you have something that you can teach to someone else, that is a very, very high quality right now. And I feel like you all are in a position for the rest of Aries season to teach what you know and trust in what you know enough that you actually can teach it. You actually can give it to people and give something back, and you're going to help people grow and evolve at your level. So definitely, if you've been wanting to put something out in the world, Aquarius, definitely do that. Definitely, if you've been wanting to put people onto something, if you've been wanting to switch something up and learn something new and discuss it, do that. Sign up for a class or start something, launch something. All of that is going to work out for you all in your favor. Absolutely, at this time. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. And Pisces, we have spread your wings. Spread your wings, Pisces. Spread your wings. So purple is wands then. So Aries and Leo did get Ace of Wands. Pisces, spread your wings. This makes me feel for you all, Pisces. This is this great release and this great escape. I feel like some of you right now, I love how this path this girl is walking is leading up into heaven. It's leading up into the sky. This whole path is coming from up, upwards. And Pisces, I feel like some of you right now are unsure if you can fly. You're unsure that if you walk down this path, will wind be beneath your wings? Will you be able to fly it? If you're going to go walk into this path that leads you up into heaven, are you going to be granted wings? Are you going to be able to fly? You're not even on earth. You're not even you know what I mean? So I feel like for Pisces, this is more about trust. And I feel like this is more about faith. And I feel like for you all, the rest of Aries season, even Pisces rising, Aries is your second house. So this is putting your arms up to what it is that you believe in, what it is that you stand for. And for Pisces, I feel like this is about giving up your control and allowing higher power now to take you to where you need to be. I feel like there's just this more of this surrender to higher power and knowing that if the path is leading you all to these kooky places and it's leading you up into space, if you know that you can't get there on your own, then release that. Then know that you're not going to get there on your own. You need to have faith. You need to surrender. You need to give yourself up to the higher power. It's not for you to control and feel that you can't do this. It's for you to release your role in it and allow for the divine path now to unfold. And it's kind of like allowing the higher power and the divine path to kind of like pull you in. I'm seeing in Pisces as like, let yourself now be drawn to what you really want. Let your spirit be drawn now to where it's supposed to ascend to and where it's supposed to go. And it's almost like lose your role in it and really just allow yourself to surrender to the higher power and the higher good, because they know everything. And you are just here as this ascending soul to trust yourself and trust spirit enough to let yourself get there. And it's not going to be on your own. It's going to be through your own surrender to higher power that you will get there and go to heaven. So that's what I have for everybody. I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to pull one card from this deck, from my other Oracle deck, for everyone before I head out. And let me think, anything else I want to talk about? Let me see. Over here. I need to wash my hair. Okay. So for everyone, the Aries new moon, Astro new year. I want to pull one more. We have 9 cards. We have Treasure Island. Treasure Island. And let's do one more. Aw, we have Treasure Island and Loyal Heart. And Loyal Heart. I feel like for everyone right now, this Aries new moon, it's this feeling of that whatever it is that you dream of, whatever it is, like I love how this it's this turtle and he's carrying a treasure box of gold on his back. So it's a turtle symbolizing, you know, being so grounded and being moving at your own pace, being wise, right? Moving through the sea, moving through this island, right? I feel like this is also like Mercury, Neptune, and Venus still being in Pisces. Like we're all still moving through this, like this fantasy, this ocean, but carrying this gold on our back, carrying this treasure on our back. And you see there's stars and hearts all around it. So it means a lot. You know what I mean? This is like we're carrying something that is gold right on us, right on our shell, right on our back. And that with Loyal Heart too. I feel like on one level, this Aries new moon for everybody collectively is about treading through the emotions, getting through the waters, burning through the illusions, but keeping swimming and keeping your flow and keeping your pace through the emotions. You're going to carry that. And I feel like this gold that we're all carrying is going to come to us by when the sun goes into Taurus and Uranus conjuncts the sun. That's when we're going to like get to land and that gold won't have fallen off of our back. It's almost like we're all still swimming through waters until we get to the shore and we can, you know, bring this gold to land and bring this gold to the shore. And then with Loyal Heart, I feel like this is also by Libra full moon. A lot of you are going to find that you really are with your soulmates, that your heart is loyal, that your heart is true. Let me pull one more. I'm going to do 3. Let's get a final message. So by Libra full moon and over these next 2 weeks, I feel like a lot of you could be connecting with real soulmates, with people that you're really truly connected to, that you have a loyal connection to, that your heart is warm with. There's a lot of soulmate energy going on right now. There's a lot of people realizing not even just who they're loyal to, but what vibration they're loyal to, what their heart resonates with. So I feel like a lot of you over the next 2 weeks are discovering who and what you're loyal to as we get closer to even Taurus, right? As we get into Taurus season, it's that loyalty feeling of this is what I love. This is what I honor. This is what I treasure. Again, Treasure Island. Some of you now, it's like over the next 2 weeks, your heart is telling you what you treasure. And through your deliberate action and through your loyalty to it, you manifest it. So let's get one more out. And we have here, bottom, we have orphaned. Orphaned. And this to me makes me feel that we're letting go of the idea that we're doomed. We're letting go of this idea that we're all alone. I feel like what we need to release at this new moon in Aries is the idea that we're all alone and no one understands us and no one cares and nobody can help us and we can't even help ourselves and we're hurt and we're wounded. I feel like we're getting away from that, from the self-punishment, from the self-defeat, even self-deception. I feel like this is saying that, you know, if you feel like you're in the dark, it may be that you're exuding your own darkness. And I feel like we're all needing to tap more into this warm, more flow energy to get out of any type of like dark perceptions. I feel like some of you may feel like you're in a dark space right now, and this is because you're sulking in it. Not to be kind of like blunt, but I feel like, you know, Aries can be irrational like that. Aries can throw a tantrum. Aries can throw a fit and just like, rah, like rain down doom. Not rain because it's water, but like Aries, that cardinal energy is like, if you feel like you're in a world of darkness, you will feel like there is fucking shadows coming up the wall in Aries season. You will feel like you're being attacked, like, because it's all personal. So I feel like this is a time to know your personal role in your reality and know that you have a part and a personal role and part in the creation of your reality. So you're not alone. You know, you're not all completely isolated and helpless. You're not hopeless. Not all is lost, and you're definitely not the only one, and you're not alone at all. I feel like this card is also about knowing that you're surrounded by spirits, you know, knowing that you're surrounded by higher guidance. And even if you feel physically like if you've been abandoned or if you've been orphaned or if you've been left out cold, that is just a dark illusion that's not real. So focus on the warmth and the flow that you're already generating. And I feel like the Aries new moon, the most important thing to release is this idea that we are doomed or that we are alone or that we're all in the dark, because that's not true. We're surrounded by the light. And bottom of the deck, we have go the distance. Go the distance. So take it there. Take it there. And I'm also seeing this as like, if we can get through the rest of these Pisces planets with Treasure Island, and we can get through this flow, we can get through these emotions and carry the gold on our back. And if we keep that warmth alive, we keep ourselves warm in this cold water, through our love, through our loyalty, through our commitments. Once we get to land, I feel like this Treasure Island, this turtle transmutes and becomes this cheetah on land. And I feel like by Taurus season, you know, it's going to be completely go time. Like it is time that we are creating a new reality. We are creating a different physical world. We are taking it there. We are going there. We are going the distance. We're plunging, literally plunging into this new place like a cheetah, like just charging right into this new whole arena of life. So yeah, that is what I have for everyone. I think I've been on for what, like an hour and a half. Let me read through the chat really quick. Hi, Yvonne. Let me see. Okay, I'm just reading. But yeah, I'm sending you all my love. Happy new moon in Aries. You know, I think above all, the only information or the message that I can really give, yay. I'm glad to make it live. Feels more magical. Yay, I'm glad you made it live too. Yeah, light the match. That's what I'm going to end this with. Light the match. Know your role and know how powerful your role is just because it's only yours. When there's a show of one, when it's a party of one, that's a powerful role. When you're the only one that can be in your position and you're the only one that can be you and have your destiny, that's a very powerful position to be in. So I feel like this is a new moon for us all to know that we are leading our lives now, and we get to decide where we're taking it, and we get to decide who we're going to be. We get to decide who we will become. And it's ultimately up to us to change our action and change our behavior. Next week, actually it's going to start over this later this weekend, but moving into early next week, the sun is going to square Saturn and Pluto in the south node. And it's really time for us to develop new structure and make real physical change so that we can change our physical world. Because we have to change, certain action has to be taken now, and we have to make certain changes now to create the world we really want to live in, and to shift the paradigms and to recreate and restructure the reality that we want to live in. And it's going to start with us. So this new moon in Aries is it's going to all start with you. So you decide now for the rest of the season, you decide, who you're loyal to, what you're loyal to. You decide what that gold is that you're carrying, that you're swimming through the ocean and the journey for. You decide now your role in all of this, and then you're going to take it to wherever it's going to be. So that's what I have for everyone. By the way, this candle that was burning this whole time is Moldavite, and I wanted to burn it. I started burning it early this morning, and then I said I'll let it burn to the end while I'm on the live stream. So I really hope that this candle, I set the intention that there would be transformation, like emotional transformation. Moldavite's really good with that, and I really like this candle. I was burning it all day. I went and bought this thing today to hold it. So I really hope that you all, I hope that this flame was representative of this Aries, the cardinal fire, and that there is change happening now and transformation happening now, and it's all leading us to our highest good and our highest power. So I'm sending you all my love. Happy new moon. Once I stop this broadcast, it'll upload. Those of you, I know someone was asking that earlier, it'll upload right after, and you'll be able to watch it from the beginning. And yeah, happy new moon. Also, I'm going to close this cleanse by tomorrow morning. I'm not going to leave it open. I'm going to do this new moon cleanse tomorrow. I'm going to write intentions down. This page of notes, I did notes also earlier. I'm going to write down tonight a few things that I want to keep in my mind for this Aries new moon. And then tomorrow I'm going to close the cleanse and do the ritual and write all the intentions down and put it in the new moon journal. So we're going to do this cleanse within 24 hours so that we're still in this new moon phase. And we just get ready for the Libra full moon and for Jupiter retrograde. So again, happy new moon. Thank you all for being here. And be the best you can be, right? It's all we can really do. Until the next stream, brother lovers.